Hey Jack, how you doing today?
Pretty great.
It's good to hear. And I know you mentioned that you wanted to talk to me about a problem that you've been facing, but you haven't disclosed what it is yet. I would just like to hear what's come up for you, something that you wanted to change lately.
Yeah. So a problem I have is with my brother. So I feel like growing up we were never close. I mean, we were close when we were little, but kind of like later on in high schools and stuff, just kind of like grew distant. And then in college, like right before I came to college, I started believing in God, and so I feel like I started to like care about my family more and everything. Yeah, but like I don't think he has changed. So I think that like so every time I go back, I really wanted to talk to him because I would actually like get a chance to. So that's the problem.
And so, what would you like to make it this? Like, that's the problem you're facing. But what would you like things to be?
So like, we'll like to see it happen.
Yeah, exactly right.
I think just talking without like any like guard.
Sure.
Putting up like a mask.
I guess that.
You know, like look like this.
Yeah, just like more familiarity sort of thing sounds like. Okay. And what's something that you think that you want to do in order for that to happen?
That I would like to do? What would you like?
So, to establish that familiarity, what's something that you think could help establish that? Like, what do you think is stopping you from establishing that familiarity?
Lots of fear. There's also like, I think also like hierarchy of being like the younger brother.
Okay.
I feel like my brother has like a lot of like, he takes pride in like being older brother and like the older male, like, so he kind of, I feel like he kind of has to be like the top dog between like this relationship that I have with him.
So you're saying the fear comes from that? Like, are you saying that you feel fear because he kind of has this more top dog like air about it?
Maybe.
And so, what do you think is something you can do to address that fear?
I don't know.
Well, when you think about you wanting to establish more familiarity and like get closer, it sounds like that's something you really want. Is that right?
Yeah.
And then you said this fear is kind of holding you back.
Yeah.
So what do you think is the benefit of, like, what would say the benefits be of trying to like establish that familiarity versus the benefits of not kind of like pushing back against like your current dynamic? Like, maybe some pros and cons.
Pros of, you mean like establishing like familiarity?
Yeah.
Pros of establishing familiarity is I feel like getting closer to my brother. The cons is that like it's pretty like probably have to go through pretty like intense talks. Yeah, where it just like takes time, lots of time. Not engaging at pro is I don't have to think about it, just kind of let it be. Cons is that like probably would just grow like, you know, a lot more distant and apathetic later on with the situation.
In that case, like when you like look at it, like with the pros and cons there, which one would you rather choose?
Engaging for sure. Yeah.
So in that case, maybe this is helping. Maybe it hasn't.
Sure.
But with that in mind, then what's the next thing that you feel like you could do to try and establish some of that engagement?
I'm not sure like how like I'm not sure if there's anything I can do to make like big progress, but I think that like just casually engaging with him like in small talks, and then later on I think maybe at some point I'll be able to kind of lead up to like having conversations about maybe I don't know.
And do you think that maybe part of it is because you're not in Shanghai? So then it would be like you'd have to wait to go home.
Yeah,
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So then maybe what would be helpful then is to think of like, okay, sure, there are things you can do now, but then like what are the things that you will do when you go back home to Shanghai? Like those are the things that you can say, oh, like this is what I want to do. Just something that's like more tangible.
Yeah.
Obviously, it sounds like, but just and correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like it's easiest to stay in the current place. So then the best way to kind of change that is to have like a tangible idea of what something you'll do different. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's something is there anything that comes to mind specifically for once you are back home?
Just maybe grabbing a meal.
Okay, true. Yeah, totally. Actually, I had a similar situation recently. Yeah, so I found it worked really well. Yeah, so it sounds like a great idea. Yeah, do you feel like that gives you clarity about like what you can? Do you see that can bring you in the direction you want to go?
Yeah.
Fantastic. So glad to hear that.
Thanks.
Yeah, no worries.